Hi, I'm Jeff Woodman from Studio Cycles and StudioCycles.com, and in this YouTube video I want to talk to you about the 2011 Star Trek Spinner NXT and how to properly set the bike up for use. This is a 2011 Star Trek Spinner NXT. It's professionally built, professionally tuned by my company. We're the only company in the world where when you buy this bike online, we pull it out of the box, we do a professional build, a professional tune, we pull the drivetrain apart. Here's an NXT here, and we actually expose the drivetrain and we do a drivetrain treatment. This is a custom polar ice NXT that we did. But just like any brand new bike, we do a drivetrain treatment on the bike before we repackage the bike and send it off to the customer. Now, there's no other place online that does anything except process your credit card and send you a bike in a box. Plus, after you get our bike, once you put it together, we prep and tune everything associated with the reassembly process. And if you need help with your bike after it arrives, would you believe we're available pretty much 7 days a week during normal human hours, like anywhere from 10 in the morning till 8, 9 o'clock at night, most days and most nights. So this is the 2011 Star Trek Spinner NXT, and the first thing that you do when you set this bike up is you check your seat height. And the seat height is dictated by the distance from your saddle when your butt's in the seat, straight down to where your foot is on the pedal. And to get an active extension on the leg, you want to make sure that the ball of your foot is right over that pedal spindle, whether your foot's in the basket or you're clipped in. Okay? So let's assume that you're sitting on the seat, your leg is extended, and your crank is in the crank arm, and pedal is at 6 o'clock. When that's the case and the ball of your foot's over the spindle, you want to have a slight bend in your leg. Okay? The second thing to pay attention to is the position of the seat slider. And the slider moves back and forth so that you can get proper body position over the rotation of the pedals, and also the distance from the saddle to the handlebars. So, when the crank of the bike, doesn't matter which side you're on, but the crank should be at a 45-degree angle, and your foot, again, is over the spindle, which runs straight through the pedal body, and your foot is level. The ball of your foot's over the spindle, your foot is level. You should be able to look straight down from the front of your kneecap, straight down to that pedal spindle, within relative reason. If your knee's forward, your seat may need to go back. If your knee's back, you may need to bring your seat slider forward. The second part of that seat slider position equation is when your butt's on the seat and your hands are in hand position 2, which is right about here. That's hand position 2. You want to be sure and have a slight bend in your elbows. Now, most people don't want to be hunched over like Lance Armstrong in a time trial in the Tour de France, but it is kind of human nature to want to be sitting upright. For people who haven't done a lot of riding in a while, or haven't taken a lot of classes, or had an educated instructor set them up, people tend to sit upright, almost with their torso erect, and in my experience, that gives you spine compression when you ride, and it puts your torso weight on your tailbone. So being leaned over a little bit is good, in my opinion. If you are just getting started and you want to sit a little more upright, just go ahead and raise the handlebars up a few clicks until you feel comfortable. You can always readjust your bike. So again, for proper bike setup, leg extension first from seat to the pedal. When the pedal is pointing at 6 o'clock, slight bend in the knee, and then seat slider position. Again, the seat slider, when your butt's on the seat, your feet are on the pedals, with the crank arms horizontal, the ball of your foot right over the spindle of the pedal. imaginary line from the pedal spindle straight up to the front of the kneecap, and then blend that with also butt in the seat, hands in hand position 2, slight bend in the elbow. You should also consider checking out Spinnig.com. They've got a huge library of spinning DVDs. They're a great resource if you're just getting started for proper bike setup, for proper rider technique, because the spinning program really is, spinning is a little more than just climbing on an exercise bike and turning the pedals and watching the evening news or reading the newspaper. If you want to get the full benefits out of the spinning program, follow the guidelines, and go to Spinnig.com and check out everything that they have to offer, and maybe even consider becoming a spinning instructor. It's very rewarding, and it's a lot of fun, and it keeps you in great shape. If you want to talk to me directly about a professionally built bike, if you want one bike for your home or 50 bikes for your studio, call me directly. I'm Jeff. My telephone number is 888-909-BIKE. or 818-470-2204. Again, I'm Jeff Wimmer from Studio Cycles, and best of luck to you on your road to health and fitness.